Okay guys, it's Anthony of Subaru Service. I got Cherokee's truck. 05, hang on, what year is it? Let's see, it is a 06. So, 06. A couple years ago, I guess, cracked an injector tip quite a while ago, and so we had an engine built. I guess they built the engine, and it has profusely leaked oil ever since then. We looked up top. We've pretty much cleaned a lot of it. You can see down in there. I mean, let me focus on it. I know you can't see too much on the video, but we cleaned a lot of it. You can kind of see down in the valley right in there. Well, with your eyeballs, you can see down in there between the intake and the turbo. I mean, low pressure switch. All that stuff looks fairly well. Doesn't look like a cracked oil cooler cover or nothing like that. I haven't really looked at the front yet, but I did get underneath. Hang on just a second. Okay. Then look under here. We have cleaned the hell out of it, and there's still oil everywhere. I mean, oil all the way back here. Oil everywhere. On the muffler, all the way back to the rear diff, everywhere. Profusely leaking. So, we have since cleaned this fairly well. But let's look in here, and what I want to show you, rear main seal is not common. I mean, look right here. See the track? It's not common for them to leak by themselves. Now, with that said, it is fairly common for them to leak when you don't have the seal tool to put the seal in. Okay, so what we're going to look at, you see that? Right there, that drip, that is physically on, right there, you can see it. I've wiped it off right here. I mean, it was everywhere. You can look down, see it? Down inside of it. So, you know, it's been leaking, mixing with water from where we cleaned it. That's where all this is coming from right here. Let me see. But you can see right there. Now, is it a lot? Well, I mean, it should be bone freaking dry. It's hard to see though. Right there you can see it. Let me see. Right there, see the glistening, shining right there? Right there? Yeah, so, you know, so it sucks because it's not a very cheap endeavor. I mean, you know, yank transfer case transmission. I mean, basic transmission job. Yank it, pull it back, pull the flex plate off, and all new bolts for the flex plate, clean the crap out of everything. Now would be a pretty good time to decide if you want to do a Y pipe. Go ahead and put a Y pipe on. This particular truck, the problem with it, look up in there, guys. This has been riding for years. No heat shield. 06. They just took the heat shield off and said, we don't need it. Just took it off. Just took it off. We don't need no heat shield. Right, the IPR wiring just looks like crap. I mean, it's physically, you can't really see it. I can't focus on it enough. Let me see, hang on. I can't focus on it. Hang on. Okay, there you go. Now I'm up inside of it. Way up. Look at that. With the exhaust right freaking there. With no heat shield. No heat shield, hang on. Well, let's go ahead and look. So I got the phone out, look for any, because I have had it running. I'll probably start it here in a second. Look for, you know, cracked rear cover, leaking high pressure pump cover. I see no indication of oil coming from over here. Now what about the passenger side? It's going to be a bit more tricky to get on the passenger side because the downpipe's in the way, but let's just look around here. Am I focused in? Hang on. Let me see. I just kind of, I don't know. Oil leaks are something I dance around. For me to guarantee I'm going to fix an oil leak, cab off, engine out, reseal the entire truck. Just because there's so many places that can leak oil. But, I mean, that's what sucks because, you know, I mean, anything can be, I mean, anything can leak. I mean, it can be glow plugs, valve covers, you know. But another thing I want to listen to is the starter. We are missing a starter bolt right here. Let me look up there and see if the bolt's even in it. See if it's broke off in it. Does not look like it. It's right there in that hole. Let's see. Can you see through there? Hell, I don't know. It looks like it's not in there. Right there. Is it? No, I don't think it is. Hang on. No, it's not in there. Oh, what are you looking at? Yeah. Okay, so those bolts have been known to shear off inside of there. So now I want to look at the top, see if the bolt's in the top. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. I can't see it. Bolt's right there. Feels like there's a bolt there. Can you guys see it? It's right there. Feels like there's a bolt. Doesn't feel like the right bolt. It feels like there's a bolt there. So, oh, hang on. All right, guys, we're gonna fire this thing up. I want you to hear this. I guess the starter fell out and bolted it back up or something, and it started. I don't know if this is the same starter that fell out. Something screwed up. So once again, let's look at it down there. You see that? See how wet that is right there? Up there on that, that's the adapter flange that is in between the flex plate and the rear main. Because that's what I'm looking at right here is the flex plate. And it's, you can see, it's pretty wet. Let's look down in there. Look at that. Can you see it? I mean, it looks like a rear main. That's what it looks like. That's why I'm making this video, because a rear main is a healthy gamble. I will show this video to send this to Cherokee, let him look at it, and you know, we're kind of go, because for me to say, hey, I guarantee it's a rear main seal and that'll fix it and everything will be fine, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to do that, because holy crap, I mean, it could be leaking, you know, but I can guarantee we go and yank the transmission, we're going to be looking up higher and look at everything. And we also, like I said, we go do that, we might as well, I mean, I would change the Y pipe, go ahead, preemptively put a Y pipe on it, and put a heat shield on it, clean up the wiring for IPR valve and all that. But with that said, all right, let's pay attention to here and let's listen. When she fires it up, listen how funky it sounds. It's just, it sounds like, I mean, I don't know. Let's watch the starter too. All right, go for it. Kind of hit and miss. Make sure it's in. It sounds like either the ring gear or the starter itself. Alright guys, we let it run for a little while. I mean, it's freaking wet up there. If you look over on the side where the starter is, let me see if I can Hang on, let me see if I can get the light to shine in there. Hang on a second, guys. Hang on. Let's see. I mean, it's freaking wet inside of there. I can't get the starter. I can't get the camera to focus, but you can take the light. You can kind of see a little, right? Let me see if I can get it to focus in there. Maybe pull some light out of it. Let's see. You can't see squat, damn it. No, but with, I mean, it's wet in there. It's freaking wet. And then, I don't know, it's just, I mean, rear main is not, it's not, I mean, everything links back to the rear main, but the fact that it's inside of the rear cover. I mean, if it ain't a rear main and it's a crack on the rear cover, you know, then, I mean, it'd be a question. I mean, normally we would loosen up the high pressure pump cover to be able to seal it, but I mean, we can probably not do that. But I mean, it's wet up there. If I let it sit too, it will, there will, well, you saw before I started, when I started the video, it'll pour and it'll have a big drip of oil on the adapter. You can see everywhere on the bell housing to rear cover connection, everywhere around, like it's just slinging it. The inside's full. I mean, one thing we could do is loosen the bolts a little bit and give it a little play. I don't want to do that though. You wind up cracking a freaking cover. I mean, we cleaned it. It's clean. Want to go up front real quick? Hang on just a second. Okay, we have ran it quite a bit up here. Low pressure regulator. You know, if it was leaking there, it would be pretty nasty. Cam sensor is not that bad. Crank sensor is going to be a little tougher to get the picture on, but I can see it by looking. Yeah, no, crank sensor is not that bad either. It's not the main culprit. It is wet right there. You can see it. Sorry, I wasn't even watching the freaking phone. Yeah, I'm not the best with keeping it stable in my. See a little wet right there. A little wet on the fan stator standoff bolt, but right there. Let's see if I can do this. Hang on, can I do it with both hands? Yeah, right there. There's a little wetness right there. Oh, hang on. All right, guys, we're back over here on the passenger side. I'm gonna look up here. Glow plugs. I mean, I've had it running for a little bit. Quite a bit. I can't see with this freaking phone. Hang on. Yeah, I mean, it is wet on the adapter flange. It is wet. There's a, you can see, look how shiny it is. Let me see if I can catch it just right with the light. You son of a gun. You can see the darker color. Hang on. It's just, it's a big gamble. That's why I'm focusing on this thing. It's a big freaking gamble. Is it just, is it the rear main? Is that gonna fix it? We yank this off? Cause, I mean, pulling transmission is a, I mean, it's an investment. It's pretty, I mean, I would probably go ahead and we're gonna check that starter real good and clean all of the bolt holes out, clean everything out, and possibly replace the starter and replace the flex plate. Cause I'm not convinced that something ain't wrong with the freaking, with one of them two. You know more by looking at it, but yeah, I mean, look at it. I mean, it's all everywhere. That's the only spot that it's at, is in between the bell housing and the rear cover, which means that inside of here is full of oil. So, splashing around. You can see it wet right there. Let's see. See it? Yeah, right there you can see the darker shade. Which, then let's look in here. Can you see it in there? Wonder what it looks like. I can't see it. Is it full of oil? full of nasty crap. Is it dipping in oil? Submerged? Somebody call me and tell me. I can't see my phone. No, I don't know. I mean, if, you know, it looks like it's rear main. I mean, it does. Or rear cover. Potentially something with the rear cover. But I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. We're going to send this and see what you... Oh, man. We're going to have to either decide to go with it or not. Yank the transmission. God damn, look how nasty it is. I mean, it's going to be a messy, nasty freaking job yanking this crap out. That sucks. Oh, I'm hungry. It's like 9:30, 9 o'clock at night. I'm hungry. It's time to go. Alright guys, that's it. Have a good day.